Okay, before we get started, can someone remind us, for a cone, what is the surface area formula without looking? So surface area formula for a cone without looking, Ben. Close. Ben said B plus 1/2 CH. So close. Grace? Good. Okay, and who can tell us what that L means? Peyton, what is the L? Good. It's the slant height. So make sure your L is right here. I made the warm-up pretty simple, and I gave you the slant height for both of them. Okay. B, don't forget, is the area of the base. There's only one base. That's why it's not 2B. Okay, what is the formula for a pyramid? So surface area formula for a pyramid, right? Yep, you could also have B plus pi RL, which I should write up there. Yep. Which is the exact same thing. So if you like that one better, yes, you guys can remember that one. Okay, what about for a pyramid? Camille, surface area for a pyramid. Awesome. Base plus 1/2 times perimeter times slant height. Remember, the pyramid only has one base as well. That's why it's not 2B. Calculator down, okay? Okay, so for the first warm-up, Josh, what did you get for your answer? Good. Peyton, what did you get for the second one? Good job. Check your answers. I have the work on the next page. This one, neither of the, you did not have to use Pythagorean theorem for either one of those. So, Steve? Shh. Yeah. Okay, you're off a little bit. Did you use 3.14? Okay. So for the first one, you should have taken pi times 6 squared plus pi times 6 times 9. That's your slant height. That's your radius. So 6 squared is 36 times pi is 113.04. And then 3.14 times 6 times 9 is 169.56. And then Steve, add them, you get 282.6. You used 4? Oh, well, you might have been looking at the wrong problem, I'm guessing. Were you looking at the smartboard? Yeah. Because they weren't 4 and 14. Here's what was up here. All right, well, you should be okay then. Just use the wrong numbers by accident. How about the second one? Anyone need me to go through that? Okay, let's go over your homework, and then I'm going to let you know what we're going to do here in a second. So let's go to 154B first. Sorry about these 3 different pages you guys had to go to. You only had 1, 4, and 6. I know, kind of random. I chose these because they were the harder ones for a pyramid. So if you're good with the harder ones, you could do the easier ones. So once you guys get to 154B, would anyone like to tell us what they got for number 1? Gio, what'd you get? 26,068. Are you on the right page? No, that's not right. It's in the thousands, but you're a little too high there. Alexis? Good job. Well, you had 26,000. That's why I said you were kind of close. Oh, well, why did you change it? I know, because it was still wrong before. So I'll go over it for you in a couple minutes. Okay, how about number 4, Camille? Good, 312.4 inches squared. I had just 312. Either way is fine. Skylar, number 6. Good job. About 51 centimeters squared. If you have a decimal, that's fine. Okay, I'll come back to questions on that. Let's go over 155 first, since I have it all up here. Kevin, number 1 on 155. 459.82. Good. And then what are the units? Inches squared. Good. Nathan M, number 2, please. Nathan M, what are you doing? Okay, Greta, number 2. Good. And I'm just going to put it 356, about that. Some of you guys may have exactly 356. Some of you may have a decimal. As long as you're close, that's fine. Nathan, you want to do number 3? Thank you. Good. 326, did you have a point something? Would you have point? Good. 0.56, I'm going to round it to 0.6 centimeters squared. Okay, so take a look at those. Make sure you've checked them. Gio, what question do you have? The cone ones. Okay, so here, I'm guessing why, Gio, is did you find the slant height for all of them? You did? Okay. So number 1, the slant height should be 13.9. Did you get that? Okay, so that you didn't write it down, so that's a problem. So number 1 should be pi. Okay, pi times 7 squared plus pi times 7 times 13.9. So you end up with 153.86 plus 305.52. Oh, that's probably why. Remember, Gio, on a pyramid and on a cone, there's only one base. There's not 2 bases. So the formula is just base. In this case, plus pi r L, or 1/2 circumference L. Okay. So why don't you redo 2 or 3 and make sure you're okay with that before we move to the next thing. Neil? That doesn't matter. Decimal doesn't matter. You're good. What did you get for number 2? 4,000. All right, so number 3, Neil, you should have pi times 5 squared plus pi times 5 times the slant height, which is 15.8. So how do you use Pythagorean's theorem to find the slant height? To square root it. You know, that was a common mistake with some of you yesterday. Make sure when you use Pythagorean's theorem that you square root the a plus b so that you can find the slant height. Go ahead, Neil. I checked yours yesterday, I thought. Okay. Neil, what did you get for number 1? Okay. All right, you can stop there. Okay, let me go over it. So number 1, you also had to find the slant height. So what did you get for the slant height for number 1? Maybe you did the same thing. Okay, it should be 87.1, but let me show you. So number 1, area of the base is 64 times 64 plus 1/2 times the perimeter. That one is a square. So 1/2 times 4 times 64, all times the slant height. So Neil, check to see if you have that for number 1. Okay, so then after you simplify each side, you have 4,096 for the left side. Okay, close enough. Plus the right side, 11,148.8. That's why. It's the wrong formula. So this one is B plus 1/2 PL. Well, these are technically the same. Okay. Okay. All right, so that's easy to fix. Just be careful, okay? Make sure you don't forget that 1/2 because, of course, it messes the whole thing up. Shane? 320. Okay. What did you get for your slant height? That's probably that's why. Square root of 241 is 15.5. If you round it too much either way, it's going to make a difference. Now, I probably would not have marked that wrong on a test, Shane, but try to keep it to the nearest tenth as accurate as you can. Okay. Steve? That's fine. Close enough. It's how you round the slant height makes that difference. And I would suggest that you guys round your slant height to the nearest tenth so that we're all pretty close. Ray? Yes, the front of it. Okay, the base that's closest to you. Yep. Gio? No. Yeah, you need to use the decimals, that's why. So like your slant height, that's what I was just talking about. The slant height should be 87.1. Okay? Peyton? Yep. Okay, let me ask you first. On number 6, what did you get for your slant height? Don't know? Okay, so here's what you need to do. Area of the base is 2 times 3 plus 1/2 times the perimeter. Perimeter is 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3, or 2 times 2 plus 2 times 3, all times the slant height, which is 9. Did you have that? Oh, you forgot to square root your slant height. That's probably where most mistakes are made. So just make sure you find the exact slant height. Go ahead. No. Nope, that's what Steve had something close to that. No, not at all. It depends on what you round your slant height to. Kevin? Oh. I did, for Pythagorean's theorem, 81 squared plus 32 squared equals c squared. You need to take half of this. So remember, draw your triangle, through the pyramid. Take half of that base for the base of the triangle. Steve? Okay, I just did that one. Do you want me to go through it again? Okay, you did something wrong here. So Steve, when you have 1/2 and then times the perimeter times the slant height, you need to find the perimeter first and then divide that by 2 or multiply by 0.5 and then multiply by 9. That gets you to 45. Okay? All this is 10. Divide this by 2, you get 5. 5 times 9 is 45. I think you got to be careful with the order of operations. Okay? Okay, anyone else? Gio, are you okay? Okay, so the biggest thing with those of you that missed those problems, be careful with your slant height. If you're off a little bit or forget to square root it, it's going to throw the whole problem off. Okay? All right, let's go over the review. I'm going to read through the answers on the review, and then I want to come back to our surface area formulas. Also, just a reminder, when you guys take the surface area quiz tomorrow, since I'm not going to be here, the grades won't be in the grade book until I get back. So don't check the grade book over the weekend because I'm going to be in Cincinnati all weekend. Okay? So the surface area quizzes won't be graded until I come back Tuesday. Got it? Okay, making sure. So I thought about that last night. All right, I'm going to read through these. Ready? 34 is composite. The prime factorization is 2 to the third. 35 is composite. The prime factorization is 2 to the third times 3 to the second. 36 and 37 are both prime. 38, GCF is 12. 39 is 8. 40 is 4. 41 is 1. Therefore, they are relatively prime. Greatest common factor. Circle what both sides of the factor tree have in common, and then multiply them together. Okay, you need to raise your hand, Gio, until I call on you. Go ahead. No, I wouldn't mark it wrong. I would like you to try to remember that, but I wouldn't mark it wrong. As long as you put the GCF as 1, it means the same thing. Neil? Yep, that's what I did. Okay, number 42 should be 22 over 29. 43 is 7 over 12. 44 is 2s over 3t squared. 45 is 4, oops, why do I have s's and t's? Sorry. 2x over 3y squared. 45, 4y squared x over z. 46, least common multiple. When you make your factor tree, if there's repeats on both sides, take the most. if there's not repeats, make sure everything is written there. You have to make sure everything is written and accounted for. So 46 is 28, 47 is 36, 48 is 480. Okay, 49. Associative property of multiplication. 50, commutative property of addition. 51, identity property of addition. POA and POM are fine. Ben, you check in your review. 52, x to the 8th. 53, x to the 11th. 54, 5x to the 12th. 55, 14x to the 11th. 56 is 2x to the 13th, y to the 2nd. 57 is x to the 5th. 58 is x to the 6th. 59 is 6x to the 6th. 60, 7x to the 10th over y to the 2nd. 61, 8x to the 12th. 62, x to the 10th. 63, 2x to the 6th over 3. 64, x to the 5th. Abigail? 60 was 7x to the 10th over y to the 2nd. Steve? Okay, so you need to distribute the 2 through. So you end up with, you distribute the 2, x to the 12th over x to the 6th. You probably forgot to distribute the exponent to both. What'd you say? Yeah, no. Do it first. It still doesn't matter because 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Even if you do it, yeah, no. Multiply. Power by power, you always multiply. Abigail, you okay? Did I read 64 for you guys? Okay. Is everyone okay with checking answers up to that point? Okay, let me read the last page. 65 is 1 over x to the 7th. 66 is 1 over x to the 5th. 67 is 1 over x to the 3rd. 68, 8.28 times 10 to the 4th. 69, 9.18 times 10 to the negative 7th. 70, 3.54 times 10 to the 7th. 71 is negative 7.5 or negative 15 over 2. 72 is negative 3 over 2 or negative 1.5. 73, x is less than negative 3. 74, many solutions or all real numbers. See you, TJ. 75, 9x plus 99 centimeters squared. Remember, you're just finding the area with the expressions. So still length times width. 76, 12x minus 30 inches squared. 77, 56x plus 7 meters squared. Okay, Neil? 73. Okay, Neil, 73, you need to find a common denominator. Did you do that? Okay, well, you really only need to change this one to have 10, because on this one, all you're doing is multiplying everything by 2. Okay, so when you subtract 9/10 from both sides, you end up with negative 15 over 10. Oh, that's why then. That one little negative makes a big difference. So go ahead, why don't you redo it and make sure you're okay. Peyton? Can I do to 71 or repeat it? I didn't hear you. Okay, 71. On this one, the first thing you need to do is multiply both sides by 5. So get rid of the bottom of the fraction first. After you multiply both sides by 5, you end up with 3x equals negative 45 over 2. Do you understand how I got that part? Okay, you can do that, but you don't need to, because you end up doing more work that way. What did you change them to? Okay, so then you multiply both sides by 10 first, right? Okay, so Peyton, the way that you did it, you end up with 6x equals negative 45. Divide by 6, and you still get 15 over 2. Okay, or negative 7.5. You okay? Okay. Amberly. 56x plus 7 meters squared. You need me to do it? Sure. Anyone else? Repeats or questions? Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs down on the cumulative review so far. I'm just curious as to what we've done so far in it, what you remember, and how hard, easy you think it is. Okay, thank you. Gio? Oh. Okay, I just went over this one, so do you want me to go through it again? Okay, 73, you need to find a common denominator for this term on the right. So change negative 3/5 to negative 6/10. Did you remember there was a negative there? Okay. Okay, well then subtract 9/10 from both sides. You end up with negative 15 over 10. Keep your 1/2 x on the left-hand side. Multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of your fraction on this side. So negative 15 over 10 times 2 is negative 30 over 10, which is really negative 3. Okay. There's a lot of ways to do this one too. Like I taught you guys by finding common denominators with these two, since you're adding or subtracting them. You don't have to do it that way. So at some point, Gio, you can go ahead and try it again the way you feel comfortable with doing it, and then if you don't get it, let me know so I can help you. Multiplying? Okay. Steve? Here. Okay, anyone else need to see something or have a question? Sure. Okay, leave that out. I want you to open up, oops, I don't need this. Open up the homework packet to the surface area review. I just need to find what page it is. So leave that open. Open up your homework packet to the surface area review. Thank you. Thanks, Gio. Page 155A. Okay, good, thank you. So leave the cumulative review out. Okay, come on. Open up your homework packet to 155A. Don't start yet. So 155A. Okay, just a reminder, okay, one more time. Tomorrow's the surface area quiz. Remember, grades will not be in the grade book until I come back Tuesday, so don't check over the weekend. I wish I had them to grade, but I won't be here. Next week, just with how things have been going, I'm guessing it won't be until Thursday, which is fine, that we're going to start your cumulative exam. That will allow Tuesday for review day, Wednesday for the game, Thursday start the test. I'm guessing it'll take you guys 3, maybe 3.5 class periods to take it, okay? After that, it's optional to come to class, which I'll talk more about next week. Just remember, 2 more assessments and then we're done for report cards, okay? This cumulative exam is worth a good amount of points, so if you do well on that, or not well, it's going to have a big factor on your grade, but you guys should do well on it. There's not any reason why you should not get an A or a B on this. It's very similar to the review. So just keep that in mind as we're finishing up the year here. Okay, on your surface area review, which is where I want you to start, here's mine, and I want you guys to look at the very top of mine. I wrote down formulas because anytime I do this, I write down what I use for the formulas. You guys might change them a little bit. Whatever makes most sense to you, I want you to write these down at the top of the review. Yes, you need to memorize them for the quiz, but we're going to review them right now. So Shane, homework packet, page 155A. Okay, so the first thing, write down rectangular prism at the top. So at the very top of your review, write down rectangular prism. Then we're in the homework packet, page 155A. Okay, that's where we are right now. Okay, rectangular prism, what's the formula? Gio. Surface area. We didn't even use that formula in this chapter, Gio. Alexis? Good. 2b plus pH. Now, I want you to pay attention. I grouped the rectangular prism, triangular prism, and cylinder together. And I always do that for myself because those three formulas are just about identical. To help yourself study, I would do the same thing for you. Like I would have you guys make sure you're doing the same thing. Triangular prism is the same thing. So I would group them together because these three are related. I'm telling you, this should help you to make tomorrow's quiz really, really easy. And then the cylinder, one thing is slightly different. What is that, Amberly? Good. Because a circle, you can't have perimeter. It has to be circumference. So again, I group those three together. There's two bases. You need to find perimeter. You need height of the figure, not slant height. So height of the figure, not slant height. Questions on those three formulas that we've learned? Okay, the last two, which I would also group together, is what we did yesterday and today. Pyramid and a cone. This one's kind of hard to see. Pyramid is b plus 1/2 times the perimeter times the slant height. I wrote down two formulas for cone because you guys were pretty much split yesterday as to which one you preferred. If you use the one that I have in blue up there, it's just about identical to the pyramid. So that's your call, which one you want to memorize for the quiz tomorrow. That's why I wrote two down for the cone this morning. So pyramid and cone go together, and then the first three, cylinder, triangular prism, rectangular prism, go together. You will see all of these again in geometry, so make sure you understand the formulas, you know how to use them, and yes, you need them for the quiz tomorrow. Questions on the formulas, Gio? No, I'm getting to that. No, you're not doing all of them. That would be crazy. Any questions on the formulas? Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Okay, the surface area review sheet. Now, there are 18 questions. I have answers to all of them and work to all of them, okay? You only need to do the first page of it. However, if you check your answers, which I'm going to show you at the end of class, if you check your answers and they weren't very good, I would try some more on the back for extra practice. I will leave the answers in the recording, so if you guys go on Blackboard, you can fast forward to the answer page of this, which I'll show you in about 10 or 15 minutes, so you can check your answers. The review, cumulative review, I am not checking this tomorrow because I'm not going to be here. So there's the next section you need to get through, but if you don't have a ton of time to finish it because you're focusing on studying for the quiz, then wait until after the quiz tomorrow. But just know the sub's going to give you another section of this to complete after the quiz. Okay, you'll have time though. The quiz is not going to take all period. So 78 to 166 are the numbers on the review, but the quiz should be your priority. Okay? Hold on one second, Steve. Hold on. The 78 to 116, oh, I didn't need to say that. 116, I'm not crazy, I promise. But guess what? I made it, sorry. I made it so I'm not even tired either. So it's easy. A big chunk of this is just types of numbers. So honestly, you should fly through this part, but I'll say this again, surface area quiz is the priority. I'm not checking this tomorrow. I'm just trying to pace you guys so by next Tuesday or Wednesday, we're done with the review, we can play our review game. Steve? Okay, hold on one second. You know, that's not even assigned, but hold on one second. Ray? Just do it in your head. Like 3 3/4 is 3.75. Is that what you mean? How did you get 6/25? Wait, are you on the review? Oh, I thought you were on, sorry, I thought you were on the surface area. Number 100. Oh, on long division or changing it to something over 100. Remember? Okay, sorry, you were confusing me. Abigail. Was that the exact one? All right, that's okay. Oh, you just didn't have to do it though. Okay, wow. Try it again just for practice. Shane. Yes, just be careful. Yes. Yeah, that's like finding the area of the faces. Yes. Greta, do you have a question? I'll be right over. Okay, I'm going to pause the video until the end of class. Then we'll come back and I'll put the answers up. So if you guys need to come back to the video, they will all be up there. Okay? Okay, guys, I'm going to stop the recording. I decided I'm going to put a PDF of the answers up for the review instead of on the video. So I'm going to stop it. I'm going to PDF them, but I'll still show you them at the end of class.